And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting the chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
Now Golden State's starting 5. They've got a Flalo. Iguodala out there with Tristan Thompson. Then it's Moutier, and it's Villar in at the 5 down low. Now here's a Flalo. He feeds it to Moutier. Back to a Flalo. Golden State moving the ball around. The rejection by Paul. And it's Orlando's ball.
And getting back to Jordan Hill, everyone had been waiting for this. I mean, greater activity, more aggressiveness, and he puts up career highs in points, rebounds, and assists.
Three-pointer, Butler. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Passes to Villar. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
On the topic of Jordan Hill, hey, there aren't many guys like him with his size who can move that well. He's entering the prime of his career right now. Will he continue to ascend, or will he be content with where he's at? Time will tell.
Now here's Butler. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. That's good.
Monte Ellis getting it done. Wow.
The screen from Thompson. The dish to Moutier. Thompson passes to Villar. Butler with the steal. And the wide open shot from Paul. Off target from outside. For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to the Wizards. Villar with the bucket.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Now here's Paul. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. On the wing, Ellis. 6 on the shot clock. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Ellis.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Warriors trailed by 3. Now here's Moutier. He's guarded closely. Here's Villar. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game right now. And he knocks down the first one. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Butler kicks to Paul. Back to Butler. Feeds it to Okafor. Hill trying to break free. And it's Okafor missing.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
And a wide open look here for Ellis. No good on the triple. To the inside. Okafor with the steal. Butler kicks to Okafor. And finished off by Okafor.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Flalo, no good.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Okafor kicks to Ellis. The feed to Butler. Back to Ellis. Shot clock at 5. The drive by Paul. That is good. Butler's got his first bucket of the night. Warriors trail by 3. Moutier dishes to Iguodala. They set the pick. On the wing of Flalo. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Flalo's got 5.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Ball for 3. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that. Did you?
Yeah, right,
Right.
He probably just thrown on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
So for the Magic, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Okafor. Spates comes in for Jordan Hill. And it's Muhammad in for Caron Butler. Here's Roten. Puts up a 3. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Miami Heat. Muhammad, the pass to Paul. Dishes it to Spates. Pass to Paul. Stolen by Boozer. Iguodala outside. Screen by Boozer. And a follow kicks to Boozer. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
Dedmon dishes to Spates. The shot no good. The Warriors go the other way with it. Follow the pass to Monroe.
And Greg Monroe really has had a good young career despite playing out of position for much of it. He has the size and skill set of an agile center, but was made to play power forward in Detroit once they drafted Andre Drummond, and that took some getting used to.
So for the Magic, Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Ellis, and Harris subbed in for Paul. And Golden State also making a change. Hardaway's checked in. Here's Spates. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Spates has got his first points of the night. Screen by Boozer. Boozer with the screen for Roten. The pass to Boozer. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Boozer's got his second basket of the night.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Tries from 10. Shots good by Dedmon. Dedmon's got his first points of the game. Roten kicks to Boozer. He dishes it to Roten. 5 on the clock. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 6 points for Carlos Boozer.
You know, the turnaround jumper, guys, is one of those shots that always just looks so good. I mean, it's got that...
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'll tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
From 12 feet out, it's Dedmon with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Ingles dishes to Spates. Lets the three fly. Ingles can't get it to go. And now, in transition, it's a Flalo. Here we go. Orlando trailing here. Over to the left wing. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Ingles can't get it to go.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Well, Orlando shooting 47% from the field to start things off. Harris passes to Muhammad. Kicks it to Spates. He feeds it to Muhammad. Dedmon dishes to Ingles. Cans the shot from the wing. And the Magic lead by 1. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Pass to a Flower. Outside Boozer. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. And the Warriors miss again. Over to the wing. Here's Spates. Excellent defense there from Boozer.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
Passes it to Spates. And stolen by a Flalo. And here they come. Looking to end the drought. A Flalo with another miss.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And Harris wide open. He shoots offline from the high post. A Flalo goes in. He kicks it to Boozer. That's good. Boozer's got 8 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Stolen by Boozer. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Gets to the corner and buries it. And now it's a 3-point Warrior lead. Harris outside. Here's Muhammad. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Nice shot there without a second. Just
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Warriors lead by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive, guys, on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
Chris Paul is out there with Ellis. Then there's Hill, and it's Caron Butler. And it's Okafor in the center, pulling out the middle. That's who's out there for Orlando. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
I'd say, 8 lead changes, that speaks for itself.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
Right side Hardaway. And taken away by Ellis. And here we go, fast break. Paul's got it. That is good. Ellis has got the lead up to 3 now for Orlando.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Hardaway kicks to Moutier. Goes back up. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And Orlando making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Well, perhaps one of the most intriguing draft picks of this past summer, Emmanuel Moutier, can be a game-changing player. Was going to play, Clark, as you recall, at SMU for Larry Brown.
He sure was, and went overseas instead. So we don't know a ton about him other than his reputation is sterling. Now we'll see if he can live up to it.
Iguodala kicks to Moutier. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Paul passes to Ellis. The dish to Okafor. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And how about Moutier, guys? He has a very interesting upbringing. Born in the Congo, grew up in Texas, then spent last season in China. Already a very well-traveled young man for a player of his age.
Feeds it to Thompson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. They get Jason Thompson.
And you know, with Moutier, you can't ignore what he does on the court. He has amazing size at the point guard spot, excellent vision, and is a natural playmaker for his squad.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Orlando. Paul outside. Magic moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. No good. Warriors trail by 3. Here's Hardaway. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Alfred Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
Butler with the steal. Lets it go from deep. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Magic.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Paul, right side. The feed to Thompson. Dishes to Okafor. Stolen by Monroe. Here's Moutier. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Here's Okafor. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
At the line, shooting 1.
And after an exceptional first 2 years in the league, Jason Thompson has really declined. He averaged 12 points and 8 boards over those first 2 seasons. But last year, that plummeted all the way down to 6 and 6. So his arrow's definitely been pointing in the wrong direction.
Outside Butler. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Butler's got the lead up to 5 now for the Magic.
Boy, he's really starting to get in the flow now. A nice groove. That's his second here in the quarter, after none in the first.
Down low. Here's Bolar. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
Aaron Aflalo. He's checked in for Golden State. Here are the Magic now. Paul with the ball. He's got 6. Pass to Muhammad. Oh! Where did that come from? That was beautiful.
Oh, going vertical and getting nasty on that one.
That slam, Greg, was one to behold. We'll remember that, baby.
Boy, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I mean, that's high-level entertainment right there.
Evan Harris is checked in for Paul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
He came off the screen and finished with authority.
Boy, Iguodala did a good job setting that screen.
Harris dishes to Thompson. Back to Harris. There's the pass to Muhammad. And it's Harris off the drive. Thompson misses. Iguodala again. It's Harris. Pass to Bolar. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Now here is Harris. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Outside Butler. Shoots the 3. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Butler with the steal. Kicks it to Thompson. Harris passes to Muhammad. And it's Harris off the drive. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And guys, over the last 2 seasons, Devin Harris has been a backup point guard, but one could argue that he's outperformed the guys that are directly ahead of him.
That's exactly right, Kevin. I mean, Harris came back to the team that he started his career with to be a support player, but injuries, trades, and generally poor fits elevated Harris's importance to the team.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Okafor. Joe Ingles comes in for Butler. And it's Ellison for Muhammad. Bolar. Thompson with the rebound. Magic leading by 6. Ellis kicks to Harris. Ellis dishes to Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Iguodala with the steal. Follow the pass to Bolar.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
You know, getting back to Devin Harris, he can really help you. But you want to do one thing, limit his minutes. 11 full seasons under his belt. Slender in build. It's best to play him around half the game if you can.
Spates checked in for Thompson. Golden State also making some changes. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Tristan Thompson. And Roten subbed in for Moutier. Here's Ingles. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
You know, talking about the veteran Harris, his quickness was still apparent last season, and his skill set was a good fit for Coach Carlisle's flow offense. I mean, this guy's been around a long time, and there are very few that are quicker than him with the ball.
And it's Ellis penetrating to the paint. Jang against Spates. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
And both free throws good for Spates. Greg, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Buckets. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
And the Magic making a change here. Urebko's checked in. And Golden State also making a change. Hunter's checked in. The Warriors trailing. Here's Roten. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Harris outside. He dishes it to Spates. He feeds it to Urebko. Shot clock at 6. Unloads from 13. No good from Spates.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Hunter, the pass to Boozer. Here's Dang. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Golden State moving the ball around. And that one's good. Hunter. And it's a 3-point Warrior lead.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Ellis on top. Ellis can't get that one to fall either.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Pass to Hunter. It's tipped. Stolen by Ellis. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Urebko.
Boy, that was a pretty assist by Harris.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And Tony Roten with the slam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
.43 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Hunter. No good. So Orlando will take it the other way. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
He kicks it to Jang. Out left to the wing. Jang with the screen for Roten. Golden State needs to get off a shot. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. The Warriors have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. 7 seconds left in the first half. Near the 3-point line, it's Ellis. That's short off the rim.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Warriors ahead, ending the second quarter with a massive 16-7 run. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Iguodala. Tony Roten out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Carlos Boozer. And it's Villar in at the 5. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. 24 points for him.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Here's Okafor. The Warriors pull it in.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Pass to Villar. There's the dish to Hardaway. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hardaway has got 7.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
You know, they don't want to let him hang around too long here. I agree with you. I mean, it's best to go ahead and build that lead here in the third.
That's tipped.
You know, they've been outstanding on the boards, and it's a big reason why they've got a lead. Doing the dirty work down low.
We call that a collabo because everybody's boxing out and making sure they secure the glass.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Paul kicks to Okafor. Warriors with the rebound. Boozer's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Villar's shot is off. The Magic trailed by 8. Butler dishes to Paul. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Warriors have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. There's a good screen. Roten, the pass to Villar. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Okafor gets the bucket.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Roten kicks to Iguodala. From deep. Roten, no good. Well, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season, especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah. Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
Warriors leading by 5. There's the pass to Villar. The shot no good. Excellent D there from Hill. Orlando's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Paul kicks to Butler for the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Boozer's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. The Warriors have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
Paul dishes to Hill. Iguodala against Butler. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Remember, for a long time, flopping was like the #1 concern in the NBA. I mean, it still happens a lot, but the rules have curbed it quite a bit. We have seen less and less flopping the last few years.
Feeds to Roten. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Bolar. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Some doubted how the flopping fines would have worked. Overall, there have been less egregious flops for the better in the NBA.
Yeah, and there will always be room for embellishment, but I like the fines because it really does minimize the number of extravagant flops. Guys have adjusted, and they're not laying down as much as they used to.
The Magic trailed by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Ingles passes to Okafor. The kick outside to Butler. Bangs home the trifecta. Butler's got 14 points.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Warriors leading by 6. Left side, Hardaway. Down low. Here's Bolar. Shot is off. Excellent D there from Okafor. Paul kicks to Butler. Butler missing again.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Okafor. Spates comes in for Hill. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Caron Butler. And it's Ellison for Joe Ingles. And Orlando making a change here. Harris is checked in. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
We've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. But those turnovers could have been avoided. Careless mistakes.
Absolutely. They have got to get a tighter handle on the ball.
And Spates gets it to go.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Right wing. Hardaway for 3. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Harris kicks to Ellis. Back to Harris. On the wing, Ellis. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Spates. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Tristan Thompson comes in for Boozer. And Oubre is subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Looking to end the drought. And it's slammed in by Monroe.
Assist from.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
That's good. 8 points for Shabazz Muhammad.
That is a pretty finish. The defense did all they could there, but he just outwilled them.
Screen by Monroe. Hardaway for three. Can't get it to go. The Magic go the other way with it. Harris outside. Here's Muhammad. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Warriors have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Oubre kicks to Rote. To the wing on the left. It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. Oh!
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
And up the court come the Magic on the break. Muhammad with the ball. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Magic.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
The feed now to Ellis. The shot misses. Good D by Thompson. Monte Ellis has always had a knack for the big shot. When things are on the line, he is a guy that is not afraid to step up.
And Kevin, last season, he had a number of big second halves and fourth quarters for the Mavs. Really took over that primary scoring role. And Dirk Nowitzki stole a lot of games for them last season.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Yeah, Monte did have a lot of big second halves for the Mavs last season. Seems like at least half a dozen games for them, he would just take over. Started to get looked at as the top go-to guy late.
Making some changes. Jerebko comes in for Monte Ellis. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Devin Harris. The Warriors making a switch here.
And for Monte, it makes sense to go to him late in games. He's so fast that he can create a shot anytime he wants. And very rarely does he not give you a chance to win with just one shot remaining.
Inside. Bullar's shot is off.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
The shot by Spades. Nobody around. It's good from the top of the key. Spades has got 6 in the quarter. And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Thompson passes to Bullard. 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it. A minute 20 left here in the third quarter. Blake dishes to Speights. Here's the three. And it's Blake that time. The assist from Speights. Now it's a 4-point Magic lead. Now here's Moutier. Guarded by Blake. Moutier passes to Bullard. The shot misses.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Right wing. Blake kicks to Spates. Dishes it to Blake. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Aflalo. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Heat at the American Airlines Arena. Pass to Villar. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Puts one up from 19. And he overshot that one, missing. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Magic as they end the third quarter on a 20-7 run. 2K Sports back in a moment from the Amway Center. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. They've got Steve Blake. Dwayne Dedman is out there with Maurice Spates. Then there's Muhammad. And it's Jerebko in the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's Monroe. And he hits it to tie the game up. Monroe's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Warriors. Blake dishes to Spates. Kicks it to Muhammad. And stolen by Aflalo. All going up court. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Now Blake. Inside. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Aflalo. And there's the rebound by Dedman. The Magic trailed by 3. Passes it to Jerebko. Blake, that's for 2. Yep, right through the net. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And here's Moutier. He feeds it to Monroe. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Dedman. Jerebko kicks to Blake. Magic moving the ball around. Spates sets a screen. Oh, and the jam by Muhammad. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And, you know, Steve Blake, a veteran presence who has been around the block a few times. He's been on several teams, played in several schemes and systems throughout his career. He's seen everything you could try to throw at him on the floor. He's a consummate pro.
And going back to Steve Blake, really didn't see much playing time after being traded to the Warriors last season. Of course, with Steph Curry and Sean Livingston ahead of you, you're going to not see a lot of minutes. Blake really just became probably more of an insurance policy.
And Blake's minutes, as you mentioned, Kevin, were down last season, but he was still that seasoned point man you'd love to have on your roster in case you got to cash in that insurance.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Ellis. It's rebounded by Golden State. They've led by as many as 11 points. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. Pick up by Hill. Butler in the corner. It's Ellis on the wing. Butler kicks to Ellis. 5 on the clock. Looking to end his cold spell. And good, he nails it.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Boozer passes to Roten. Back to Boozer. Pass to Bullar. To the inside. And that one's good. He has 40.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Hill dishes to Okafor. No good. So Golden State will take it the other way. To the middle. Butler with the steal. Iguodala with the steal. And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Bullar. Off target at the rim.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Here's Okafor. Shot is no good.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
And the foul on Monte Ellis. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Here's Bullar. He dishes it to Roten. To the paint. But they get it back. Rebound by Butler.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-over. You got to finish the job.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
To the inside. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Paul kicks to Ellis. To tie it up. 6 to shoot. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Ellis. 17 points for Caron Butler. There's the dish to Iguodala. The pass to Bullar. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's foul number 2 for him. Spates checked in for Orlando. Paul outside. On the wing, Ellis. Down low. And the slam dunk by Spates.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And a follow kicks to Roten. Iguodala against Butler. Here's Bullar. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, It has been impressive.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Tell you what, Monte Ellis is one of the best second-round draft picks of all time in the league, not just the last decade. I mean, this guy was a 5-star recruit out of high school, committed to college, but changed his mind and entered the draft, where the Warriors stole him with the 40th pick in 2005.
Getting back to Monte Ellis. Had he gone to college for even 1 year, I think he would have probably been a top 10 pick. But you look at what he's brought to the table over his career. Points and assists, rebounds, steals, playmaking. His production has been astounding.
You know, he's one of those unsung players. He never gets voted to the All-Star game. Never gets spoken about as one of the top guards in this league. But you look at the body of work and you ask his competitors throughout this league, and they're going to tell you that guy's as tough as they get.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Butler kicks to Ellis. Shot clock at 6. The shot's good from Paul.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been awesome.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
It's Ellis on the wing. He kicks to Okafor. Looking to get it going.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Outside Hardaway. Okafor with the steal.
The second half hasn't gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had one before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
Feeds to Butler. Over in the corner, Ellis. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Golden State on D. 6-point game. Here's Ellis from about 16.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Boar with the bucket.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. From deep, Ellis. Warriors trailed by 4. Thompson passes to Ballard. On the wing, Iguodala. Orlando grabs the miss. Paul kicks to Buck. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Paul dishes to Okafor. Thompson with it. There's Ballard. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Caron Butler. And the first one drops. Muhammad, he's checked in for Caron Butler. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Orlando's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Paul outside. Ellis outside. Here's Muhammad. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Back to Thompson. Powered down with both hands.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. A resounding dunk.
Just a take-no-chance slam by the big fella.
Paul kicks to Ellis. The feed to Okafor. Just 5 on the clock. Ellis, the pass to Okafor. That one off the back iron and out.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
It's the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Ellis dishes to Muhammad.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
The Warriors shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Hardaway kicks to Thompson. Hardaway passes to Villar. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Inside. Yes!
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Ellis dishes to Muhammad. And it's Ellis penetrating. Puts up the baby hook. Thompson comes with the double team.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
A three-pointer would be huge right now.
Boy, a chance to tie it up with the game on the line. This is what we live for. I want to see what happens right here.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
You know, I don't believe in the word choke, but to come away empty right there is brutal. This game would have been over.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're behind by 3. 11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
And you know what? You got a couple options here. You can take the 3 to tie it or get the quick 2 and then a foul.
You know, if it opens up for them inside, the quick 2 would be the way I would lean, Greg, but the foul has to come immediately after that.
Here's Paul. To the inside. Trying to find Muhammad. Gets it to him.
Fans, get ready to go.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're ahead by 1. 7 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Oubre passes to Villar. And now they foul and stop the clock. It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. The second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
They need a 3 to tie, and they have enough time here to get a good look if they play their cards right. We'll see how they do.
Three-pointer, Butler. Right between the eyes. A tremendous three to tie it up.
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on them with the triple.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Fans, get ready for your magic answers.
Time expired. Start of overtime just upon us as they get ready for the jump ball. And it's the Warriors to start out. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Oubre out there with Tony Rhodes. Then there's Hardaway. Then it's Greg Monroe. And it's Villar in at the 5 roaming the paint.
He's only got half of the equation right, Kevin. He's getting to the free throw line often, but he's not making enough of them.
They're ahead, but if they don't get a stop here, that free throw could prove critical.
And it's Paul penetrating. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Spates kicks to Okafor. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender.
Right side Hardaway. Clock at 6. Here's Villar. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Paul dishes to Okafor.
Take a look at the numbers in this one. For Okafor, he's got 14 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
Second free throw, no good.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
And there's a foul. It's on Maurice Spates. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Fans, get ready for your magic answers.
We're in overtime and 90 seconds gone here in what has been a great one so far.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Paul left side. Okafor the pass to Ellis. Paul outside to the paint. Kicks it out to Ellis. Clock at 4. And it's Okafor. That time on an assist from Monte Ellis. Okafor's got it all tied up now for the Magic. Now here's Roten. Guarded close. At the top of the key, Oubre. The second chance effort. Bullard with the bucket. And the Warriors lead by 2.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Spates kicks to Okafor.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. We're in OT here with just over 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Bullard. Okafor with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Paul's running. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Tremendous output from Butler. He has 20 points. You talk about the 3-ball for him? Wow. Unbelievable from long distance.
Clark, there have been some fireworks from deep today. Boy, he is just dangerous out there.
Warriors have gone 3 for 5 for their shot since we got started here in overtime. A clear look for Hardaway. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Ellis kicks to Paul. Dishes to Spates. Back to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He's going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
Overtime basketball, a little under 3.5 minutes into it. And that one's good.
Yes,
And Orlando has possession. Kicks to Okafor. It's deflected. Roten the pass to Bullard. And stolen by Spates. For the finish. And it's Butler with the jam.
And Kevin, maybe the play of the game right there.
A tremendous instinct grade to come up with the steal and then attack the basket.
Game changer right there, guys. An unbelievable play to make it this stage of a really tight ball game.
Bullard. And the layup's good off the glass.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Paul left side. And Golden State gets called for the foul.
Looking at the game for Paul, he's got 14 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
And really now you can tell the defense starting to have second thoughts in terms of how they're going to play him. That's 12 points from long range.
Tense moments here late in overtime as they look to take the lead.
You cannot afford to come up empty. Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
Just what the doctor prescribed. The hoop and the horn, and he makes good on the free throw.
Passes it to Okafor. Let's go. The shot is off. And Golden State will go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Bullard. Excellent D there from Okafor.
Still a chance here, but they need to score.
I really agree, but it has to happen on every possession. They need points every trip. Defense the key here.
Absolutely, guys. Not a good time to foul here when you're over the limit.
Now here's Roten. Oh, off target. Another tie, and we're going to have a second overtime. And we'll be back with time just about to get started here with the jump ball coming up. And the Warriors with possession here. And Monroe kicks to Hardaway. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Oh, and the jam by Muhammad.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one, although if he missed it, I might have.
Elevates and powers in the one-handed.
Textbook.
Yeah, and I'm glad, guys, he doesn't go overboard on that one and get a little too fancy.
Harris dishes to Muhammad. He feeds it to Spates. Got a hand on it. Monroe against Harris. Here's Bolar. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Warriors lead by 4.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Spates kicks to Muhammad. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Roden. Oubre, no one around him. And he's good on the 3-ball. And so here's Orlando. They trail by 7. Harris kicks to Muhammad. Shot to stop the run. But they'll get another chance. Harris passes to Spates. 6 to shoot. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Monroe with a screen on Harris. Here's Bolar. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And then for Golden State. Thompson, he's checked in for Monroe. Iguodala comes in for Hardaway. And it's a Flalo in for Oubre. Right side Hill. A baseline J. Ellis can't get it to go.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
And the numbers back it up, Greg. I mean, he's brought his hard hat and mean mentality to the glass with him today.
Puts up a 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Here's Hill. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Pass to Hill. Kicks it out to Ellis. That one goes. Count it. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, I agree. Got to use some clock here.
Roten kicks to Aflalo. And stolen by Butler. Iguodala dishes to Thompson. The screen from Thompson. Ballard. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. Good on the first, and that will push the lead to double digits. And he is unable to get the second one. Urebko kicks to Spates. He dishes it to Urebko. His three-pointers off the mark. And it's Golden State's ball. Iguodala, the pass to Ballard. Fade away. And it's Spates with the rebound.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Harris dishes to Muhammad. The pass to Urebko. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Looked like he was trying to go for a degree of difficulty points on that shot.
The clock now can just run out for the Warriors. Now Roten. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Clark, a double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
Yeah, exactly, but I tell you what, they showed me the heart of a champion.
Another one. Another one. DJ